Further, whereas pursuant to Article 181 of the Constitution, Section 33 of the County Governments Act, and Standing Order number 80 of the Senate also had the Honorable Dr. Eric Kipkoech Mutai'S on the grounds for his removal from office by impeachment as the Governor of Kericho. Now, therefore, pursuant to Article 181 of the Constitution, Section 33 of the County Governments Act, and Standing Order number 80 of the Senate now resolves to remove from office by impeachment the Honorable Dr. Eric Kipkoech Mutai'S, the Governor of Kericho, on the following grounds. Charge 1, gross violation of the Constitution and other laws. Charge 2, abuse of office. And charge 3, gross misconduct. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Next order.
Order number 4, motion, ascertainment of the threshold required for the impeachment of Honorable Dr. Eric Kipkoech Mutai'S, the Governor of Kericho County.
Senate Majority Leader.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, the House will bear with me. Before I start, I must introduce the motion. Mr. Speaker, sir, I rise to move the following motion. Being the ascertainment of the threshold required for the impeachment of the Honorable Dr. Eric Kipkoech Mutai'S, the Governor of Kericho County. That aware that pursuant to Standing Order to Article 181 of the Constitution and Section 33 of the County Governments Act, on Friday, 15th August 2025, the County Assembly of Kericho approved a motion for the removal from office by impeachment of the Honorable Dr. Eric Kipkoech Mutai'S, the Governor of Kericho County, and noting that by letter reference number KCA/SP/3 Volume 1/39, dated Friday, 15th August 2025, and received in the office of the Speaker of the Senate on Monday, 18th August 2025, the Speaker of the County Assembly of Kericho informed the Speaker of the Senate of the approval of the motion by the Assembly, and further forwarded to the Speaker of the Senate documents in evidence of the proceedings of the Assembly, including the list of 33 out of 47 members of the County Assembly that voted in favor of the removal from office by impeachment of Honorable Dr. Eric Kipkoech Mutai'S, the Governor of Kericho. Further, noting that in the course of hearing, an important question arose on whether the threshold of 32 votes needed for impeachment of a governor, as contemplated in Section 33 of the County Governments Act and Standing Order number 74 of the County Assembly of Kericho, was made, considering the evidence adduced before the Senate by the parties on the issues, and further considering the report on the County Assembly of Kericho Chamber electronic voting system submitted by the ICT experts on the invitation of the Senate. Now, therefore, the Senate resolves that the threshold required for removal of the governor from office by impeachment, contemplated in Section 33 of the County Governments Act and Standing Order number 74 of the County Assembly of Kericho, was made. Mr. Speaker, this is a preliminary objection. And Mr. Speaker, as you pointed out earlier, should we find that the threshold required was made, that would be the end of business. this evening. If it was, Mr. Speaker, if the threshold of 32 was not met, if it was not met, then that will be the end of business this evening. Otherwise, we will proceed to the next motion. Mr. Speaker, it is very interesting that 2 days ago, we celebrated 15 years after the promulgation of the Constitution of Kenya 2010. Mr. Speaker, fortuitously, this debate is taking place at a time when in public domain there are people who think that men and women of this House do not have their own minds, do not have the capacity to make a decision on such a huge thing. So to me, this is a God-given opportunity. Let us do a good job so that we bring to shame those people who have no respect for other people who sit in offices other than the offices they themselves sit in. Mr. Speaker, just like you maybe, I have been helpless from the beginning up to the end of the hearing of the evidence on the PO. We have been thrown from one position to the other by this witness or that other witness. Members, you have seen witnesses from both parties flip and flop. You have seen, Mr. Speaker, others outrightly lying on oath. Mr. Speaker, you have even seen others contradicting themselves, those witnesses. And what's more, you have had, for the first time in our history in this parliament, you've seen a witness by the name of Edna rescind her signed affidavit. Mr. Speaker, Madayo, we know that we were at pains to find out how we would cross-examine and how we would seek further clarity from these people who swore, these witnesses who swore on a collective affidavit. Mark you, the affidavit were being sworn in respect of electronic voting. If they were being sworn collectively in the case of voice vote, then maybe you would say, in voice vote, we vote as a group. But electronic voting is an individual responsibility. So any witness coming here wanting to give us an affidavit on how they voted or didn't vote electronically, it had to be in the single person. It could not have been collective. Mr. Speaker, we have seen something unprecedented. A lawyer to this trial telling the House and on camera that he voted in Kericho. I've never seen it. And I'm sure the legal fraternity and you, the learned friends, you must be waiting what this House will decide about a lawyer who purports to vote in a county assembly process, something which was then controverted by the expert who said that there was no evidence whatsoever that this lawyer voted in Kericho. What's more, you have seen impunity where not just a lawyer, but a senior counsel go and assume the role of a speaker in the County Assembly of Kericho and calls for members of the County Assembly to abide by his request. They stand. What is more, Mr. Speaker, the same council has tried to mislead this House by saying that there was interference with the voting logs. The expert who came confirmed that such an interference was not there. This is a good opportunity for us to speak to all respective professions, be it the legal profession, architectural, whatever, that people must live within the oath of office that you take when you qualify from a particular discipline. Mr. Speaker, I'll keep it short by saying the following as my last request. That we are lucky. I don't know whether it was the wisdom of the Speaker or the wisdom of the leader of majority with the Speaker and the leader of the minority with the Speaker and others, when the House made a decision, as communicated by the Speaker, that this House must call for an expert, independent IT. Can you imagine where it would have been? When the first expert came, this expert was from the County Assembly. He carried most of us along. But when the lawyers descended on him, we became confused. We didn't know whether to believe him or not. Subsequently, when the team of the governor then brought its own version of an expert, it was a bigger disaster. In fact, it is the senator of Narok who captured it. He said that his affidavit was more about a collection of his credentials. And when I looked at the credentials, ladies and gentlemen, distinguished senators, it was nothing impressive. The only serious credential there was Bachelor in Computer Science. Otherwise, the other things were diploma here, the other things, some course training there, nothing that is, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, sir, Mr. Speaker, sir, you'll have your time, my brother. You'll have your time.
Senator Boni, proceed
Yes.
and conclude.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, Mr. Speaker, sir, when I looked at those two experts and read and understood what the legal expert, not legal, the IT expert from the governor's side was telling us, he did not speak to the voting in Kericho. He started telling us the standard things that you can cut and paste when you want to increase your knowledge about these things where a majority of us are strangers. I want